Very shay. Very wombo ki sadaliam kulo tuti yusi lamo wo kom bang ban yeji wiro sangan len van zarmo je zarmo winyo dume mo babe mayen moji winyo kito benamo o yuri la ayu wala mo san van wodon won so ko jumbai. Yeah, here I will try to talk in English, the Queen's language, in which I know I don't know it better, but I will try my best to let others understand this issue of Paramount Fund. So somebody just called me and asked whether I am for or against, whether the fund of Saw is paramount or not. But I'm saying that the fund of Saw is the supreme paramount of Saw, or either Bui, as you may say. I don't dispute. I'm not denying that fact. But let's take for instance, Saw should be classified in other words as a full nation. Let me use that in the traditional way. If you take it, so should be classified as a full nation, and this very nation is in a form of federation. Now, if we are taking a country with federation, a nation with federation, to take the one that is very close to us, we will see that Nigeria is very close and then exercising the sovereignty of the federation. Now, Nigeria had 35 states with the central FCT terrain as one of the state, making it 36, where the president lives. Now, the president of Nigeria is ruling the whole Nigeria. Let's just say the president of Nigeria is ruling the whole Nigeria. The territorial boundary of the nation is ruled by the president. Now, the president is known as His Excellency. But when you take this word, His Excellency, and put it in other words where the governor is, in Taraba State, in Adamawa State, in Borno State, in Sokoto, and all the like, these people also have their governors that have the specific and a defined territory where they also have their own sovereignty. How are they addressed? His Excellency Governor Soso, His Excellency Governor Soso. Does it mean that these people are ruling the whole nation? No. They have a specific area where they rule. They are not only to be addressed. Most of the title given to governors within a federal government are titles given to the president also. But when it comes to the whole nation, that of the president, the authority of the president is supreme. But if you tell the governor in his own state, his own defined territory where he rules, that he should not be addressed as His Excellency, then who should be excellent in his own state? For the fact that he have the supreme master does not mean that he do not have autonomous within his defined territory. Now, what I'm saying here is that all of us we are advertising our ignorance of the English language. Even though I don't know the language better, but I'm seeing as if we are advertising our ignorance in this quiz language. The paramount means that having all the full autonomous, the whole full authority. And I think in the state where federation is, the president cannot do anything in a given state without consulting the governor that rule that very state. And in every state, there is House of Parliament. In every state, there are all the three arms of government. Likewise, in the federal capital, there are still the three arms of government. And all the arms of government within other states are linking to the central, where the president take the authority, gives to everyone, and it is being spread within the nation. This is all about love. This is all about bringing the government close to people. Now our tradition is here, where the 9 or more than 9 funds are under the fund of Nso. These people can still be addressed as paramount within their own periphery. If the fund of Mbiame was addressed the paramount fund of Bui, that is where the problem could have come. If the fund of Uku was addressed as the paramount fund of Bui, then the problem could have come from there. But if the fund of Nso is addressed as the fund of Nso, and then also addressed as the paramount fund of Nso, while Mbiame is in Nso and Nkar is in Nso, then the paramount fund of Nkar is the paramount fund of Nkar, not Nso, and that of Mbiame is the paramount fund of Mbiame and not Nso. When you are going to Nso in general now, the fund of Nso now become the supreme paramount. That is where I'm only trying to make it clear here for others who do not understand the way I do. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is the right thing, but I want us to share our brain. Let's just sit, evaluate this, and see whether we are the ones interpreting it wrongly, or the language of the queen is the one, or whether it is that of Prince Charles, who is already the king. So if you look at it, every fund has his, or that is, he has his own sovereignty within his own territory. Yes, even a village head has his own sovereignty within his own village under the Nso. So why are we trying to see the whole thing is like, let's just use what the West Cameroon is fighting for, the Ambazonians are fighting for now, as assimilation. We are still using words of assimilation within our own village, with our own brothers. We are trying to assimilate them. No, I will not also support that. I'm always a fanatic to the fund of Nso. I'm always fanatical to the Nso people. But that shouldn't mean that we should assimilate every title and make sure that only those of Nso should exist. No, that shouldn't be. There is no need of you giving me the name and you don't want me to answer that name in the main market. You cannot just tell me that I will remove all my clothes, keep them down before we have a journey. You don't want me to look richer than you, but you call me a friend. No, I am with my fellow brothers here. I'm not arguing. I'm just trying to share my own opinion. The second time I answered with Shay, I was trying to make sure that I come out with points where people have their grievances. But others says we are trying to criticize. And so who are we? We that we are talking against the people sitting on top of the table in so it doesn't mean that we are not so ourselves. Yes, if you go to the that is in the village and you visit the village head and then tells him that he is not doing wrong, he's doing it right, or this is the way he's supposed to do, it doesn't mean that you want to share the village or you are not part of that village. No. Let's all this that we are arguing upon, the fund does not even know that we are debating over one thing more than 2 or 3 weeks, as I may say. The fund of doesn't know. That of Nkar doesn't know. Some of the funds do not know that this is what is happening. But just imagine. Let's give everyone his or her own respect at the time it is due. Yes, that's my own point. If I speak the English language poorly, please permit me. I just want to let others who do not understand the dialect well to understand that this is my own point. I may still come back again. I don't know. Forget the fact that I am a title man or whatsoever. When we preserve some certain things, accumulate them, we see things going wrong. But let me come down. We can talk. Nobody should. There's no problem. Anyone who has a question at my own point too should come. Because me, I don't want to be blindfolded. Because one day I will reach Kumbu and I will not have what to say. Because some of the things are misinterpreted. Most of the things now are being misinterpreted. Because some people want to say all those things to gain this, gain that, gain that. But it doesn't mean that some of the people writing online, they are supreme. No. And I'm not blaming them from writing. They only write what they know. But if they write preserving other things because they don't want those things to go out, then it is their own blame. It is their own blame. But don't blame the writer. Still look at the way people looked at your write up, or you looked at the view where the writer wanted the points the writer wanted to bring it out. If somebody wants to bring a positive thing, and then he bring it with some clumsy statement inside which need correction, let's go directly on that correction, not criticism. Although positive criticisms are better, yes, they are better. I'm not criticizing anyone here, even though if I do, I don't think I'm denying someone not to do it and do it again. We learn from our errors. We learn from our errors, because I also have my own errors and I admit them. Yes, I admit them. At any time anyone tells me, I admit them. We come in this world, we live to go. Yes, we one day die. Then let's not do as if everything ends here. We are disagreeing to agree, and love will lead. I think it makes sense here. If not, uh, let's not use hatred. I mean,